Alright, welcome back to Raw Kick for race week. And yeah, this week it's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku. Monaco, last race, Monaco was actually good for Monaco. You know, usually there's not much excitement because they can't overtake, but it was actually good, and Sergio Perez just swept away with the win after a good strategy. So yeah, that was actually good for Monaco. So now we are heading to Azerbaijan, round 8 if I'm correct of 22. And yeah, right now the championship is still in Max Verstappen. He still is leading world championship by 9 points from Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez in third with 110, and yeah, it looks like Perez is in the title mix. He's not too far from Verstappen, only 15 points, so this is good. And of course Mr. Saturday with 84 points, and then Sainz with 83. He's catching up. He should have been in fourth, but obviously retirements earlier in the season just cost him. And then Hamilton in 6th, Norris in 7th, Bottas in 8th, Ocon 9th, and Kevin Magnussen is still in 10th, still in the top 10. So that's cool. And yeah, so we're heading to Baku. So first things first, like we do in the race previews, we're going to be looking at the circuit. Alright, so this is the Baku City Circuit for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It first held in 2016. In 2016 it was held as the European Grand Prix. It's going to be 51 laps. Circuit length is 6 kilometers. Very long circuit. And this circuit, as you can see right here, two DRS zones. One in the start-finish straight and one after turn 2 going into turn 3. So this circuit is very fast, especially if you can see in sector 1, which is the red part. In sector 1 it's mostly straights. Turn 1, and then there's a little straight, then turn 2 longer straight, DRS zone. It's basically like a square, you know. And then going into sector 2, on the other hand, it's very weird. And that's where the downforce and cornering speed comes in. So turn 5, 6, 7 tight corners, and then obviously there's the castle section with turn 8, 9, 10, 11, and yeah, it's going to be very, very tight. And then after turn 12 you have some straightaway, but you still have to turn, so that's going to be a lot of downforce. And then sector 3 is mostly just straight line speed again, especially after you turn into turn 19. Then yeah, it's just going to be reliant on straight line speed. So a majority of this track is going to be reliant on straight line speed. So yeah, but at the same time you have to get enough downforce for sector 2 as well because of the tight corners. But at the end of the day, you still need like low downforce and a good amount of straight line speed to deal with the straightaways, because that's a majority of the circuit, the straights. So I guess any team with like a mid downforce setup with a lot of straight line speed is going to help. I mean, this can be good for Red Bull since they have a good amount of straight line speed. I guess also good for Ferrari as well, since the Ferrari engines are pretty powerful, and that helps with straight line speed. But you still need some low downforce to help with the straight line speed. Yeah, that's Baku for you guys. Again, 51 laps, 6 kilometers long, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, especially with these new cars that are meant to follow closer to each other. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen at this circuit with these new cars that can follow closer. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy race on Sunday. Plus it's very early. It's like 7 a.m. Eastern or 6 a.m. my time, so it's going to be early, but it's all good. Yeah, so that's the circuit, the Baku City Street Circuit. Alright, now that we got the track out of the way, let's just talk about, I guess, the race. So right now Perez won the Monaco Grand Prix, and looks like he's in the title mix because now he's only 15 points behind Verstappen. So this is interesting. I mean, Perez has been improving, like he's way better than last year. You know, he's definitely used to the team, and then of course he signed that new contract extension until 2024. So that's good. That's good for him. Bring his morale up. Now he doesn't have to worry about contracts. Now he can just focus on the racing. Perez could actually be in the title hunt. How crazy is that? So imagine in Abu Dhabi, like, imagine with George Russell's consistency, like, man, we could literally have like a 4-way title fight, maybe in a 5-way. Like, I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, okay, it's still early. It's 8 races. Still early. Still early. This is the 8th round. Okay, Azerbaijan is the 8th round. Still have a lot left to go. 14 races to go, if I'm correct. 14. You know, there's still a chance for someone else to come up. But yeah, Perez kind of is in the title mix right now. Like, that's awesome. And then of course, I'll actually speak about Perez like last week in Monaco or 2 weeks ago. I don't know, but yeah, for Monaco it wasn't good for Charles Leclerc. Ferrari messed up the strategy. They told him to come in, and all of a sudden they told him to stay out, and it was confusion, and yeah, he lost the win. And I mean, at least he managed to finish the race, but still has yet to get a podium. It's still too early. That was the win for him. That was the win, and Ferrari cannot be having these mistakes. Like, Ferrari cannot be having these mistakes, man. Like, they were so good at the start of the season, and then in Jeddah it was like, they top-ins, you know, stopping one, but whatever. And then the next race, they were better in Australia. And then after Australia was it Imola, and yeah, Charles Leclerc just cracked under pressure. And yeah, Red Bull had the win. And then after that, Miami, yeah, again, Red Bull had the win again. And it's like, yeah, like Ferrari, I don't know what's up with Ferrari. It's like they're literally about to throw away another championship. Like, they can't be doing this. So again, they need to bring upgrades. Maybe they did, maybe they did not. They need to bring upgrades, and then like need to for some reason Charles Leclerc's engine stopped working in Spain. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, how that happened, but that's sad. And we're out here speaking about Red Bull's reliability. I mean, the last time Red Bull had an engine failure was Australia, so like they fixed something, but yeah, I don't know. That's not good for Ferrari. Like they had a title winning car, they knew, and then they're messing up. So yeah, that's not good for Ferrari. So yeah, and Charles Leclerc still has yet to finish on the podium in his home race. Sad, but like I said, at least he finished it for the first time. At least he finished it. All right, let's talk about Mercedes now. So Mercedes now, it looks like they fixed it. Spain, they fixed it, and Russell and Hamilton performed. If it wasn't for Hamilton having to lift because of like a risk of retiring, he would have finished 4th instead of 5th. So Mercedes fixed their issues. Perfect. I mean, the W13 wasn't porpoising that much in Spain, so they fixed something, but they come into Monaco and it's a different story. I guess because like in Monaco, you have to run more high downforce because you're constantly turning. And because you're constantly turning, yeah. So it looks like it's actually good in a straight line, I guess. But in the corner, it's not the best. So Baku could be an opportunity for them. It could. But yeah, we'll have to see. The Mercedes power unit isn't as strong as it was last year, but still, they fixed the issue. I mean, Monaco, you have to run high downforce and you can't overtake, so it is what it is. But this one, they have a chance. They have a chance for this one. So yeah, let's see what Mercedes can do. And if you're going to be watching, I'm going to be keeping an eye for Mercedes. I'm going to be keeping an eye on Mercedes, and if they're going to be keeping an eye on them. Alright, this next storyline in the article, Schumacher and Ricciardo under pressure. True, Mick had a chance to score his first point in Miami, and then he messed it up. And then now Ricardo is like, I don't know what's up with Ricardo. I mean, there's a lot of videos being made on Ricardo now, and it's not surprising. I mean, Zach Brown even said that he's not meeting expectations, and again, it's sad. I guess because like the car just doesn't suit his driving style because of that, you know. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, obviously we can give Schumacher a pass, we can give Mick a pass because he's still young, still kind of a rookie. Last year he had a teammate that was also a rookie, so he didn't have a benchmark, and now he has Kevin, who is a great benchmark, so he's learning. But still, like, he needs to no, he needs a point, he needs to get better results. And then Ricardo, now it's like Ricardo's getting old. I'm sorry. Ricardo turns, like, if I'm right, like 33 this year, and you know, like, Ricardo has talent. He does. You look at 2014, 2016, I guess 17. Like, Ricardo has talent, but I guess he just didn't make the right career moves. I heard some people say that he should have stayed in Renault or Alpine because he had a car that was built around him and he got #1 driver treatment, and it kind of is true. And the car fitted him, you know. In 2019 when he moved to Renault, it wasn't the best, but 2020 he got better and got 2 podiums, and he was actually good. And then he comes to McLaren and he's not performing. I mean, the only podium he got from McLaren was in Italy last year. That was the only podium he got. In the meantime, Norris is like scoring consistently high podiums, even with tonsillitis. Like in Spain, even with tonsillitis, even in Monaco as well. Norris is performing well. Ricardo isn't, and that's a cause for concern. So we don't know. I think Ricardo's contract ends in 2023. I don't know if it can end early. I don't think it will. I think at the end of 2023 he's going to leave McLaren. And in terms of who they could pick up, I don't know. It could be Pierre Gasly. I think Pierre Gasly needs to leave like that Red Bull bubble. I think it's like too much now, but AlphaTauri is a great team. Like, they treat him good, they treat him as the #1 driver, and yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, Ricardo needs to like step up his game. Seriously, like, he needs to just, I guess it's just because it doesn't suit his driving style. I guess that's just it. It doesn't suit his driving style. But yeah, it is what it is. Just hope he does better. Yeah, and I think with that, that's it. So that's the preview for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's going to be an early start, 7 a.m. Eastern, or 6 a.m. for me actually. So that's going to be wild. I'm gonna have to wake up early. You guys might have to wake up early, especially if you're on like the West Coast. Like, God, you know. So yeah, it's going to be an early start. But I think it's going to be a great race. Like, I think it's going to be great. So yeah, I'll see you guys, I guess, in the next video. Peace out and enjoy the race.